tens of thousands of dollars worth of product stolen from this dispensary in Bozeman. I'm Cody Boyer telling you it was all caught on camera.
And student loans are a burden for many people for many years, but some cool new programs hope to change that.
Well, happy Thursday, Southwest Montana. 6:30 just ahead of that. Chet Lehman, Caitlin Corbett, Matt Elwell. Matt, we're working our way towards Christmas. Countdown is on.
Winter right around the corner, too.
Winter right around the corner, and temperatures
they're going to be balmy.
Nicer than they were in the fall.
That's exactly
right.
Yeah, great. Temperatures this morning have been chilly out toward West Yellowstone, although it's 18 degrees warmer than it was this time yesterday.
Wow.
At 0. 14 in Butte, 25 in Belgrade, mainly dealing with fairly comfortable conditions for most of the area because we don't have a lot of wind. It does feel like it's 19 degrees as you step outside in Bozeman this morning. Looks like for Butte, temperature should be into the 30s for the afternoon, but our wind isn't a big issue today. Probably will be for tomorrow. More on that, of course, coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Matt. 6:30 now again on this Thursday. Last night, the United States House of Representatives voted to impeach President Trump on two charges, one of abuse of power and the other obstruction of Congress.
Montana's Republican Congressman Greg Gianforte spoke for about a minute and a half during the debate before that vote. Among other things, Gianforte blasted the effort to impeach the president, calling it partisan and baseless. He, of course, voted against impeachment.
Now, following the House votes, Montana Senator Steve Daines accused House Democrats of overturning the will of the American people. Quote, "This unprecedented impeachment sham has now been dumped on the laps of the United States Senate. It's time to put an end to this and get back to the work of the American people."
Senator John Tester, meantime, says the American people expect transparency from their government. He said, quote, "As jurors, each of us will take an oath to uphold our constitutional duty to deliver a fair and honest trial, and that is what he intends to do."
Shifting gears now here at 6:31, we have new information on 3 people killed in a shooting at Great Falls Casino Monday night.
The suspect, 41-year-old Ricky Gardapi, is said to have shot and killed 53-year-old Cheryl Larson, 60-year-old Wendy Carlson, and 61-year-old Steve Hale. All of those victims are Great Falls natives.
Gardapi was shot and killed by Deputy U.S. Marshals just a few hours after that shooting, which occurred near a Great Falls elementary school. Authorities have yet to release information on a possible motive for those killings.
And in Bozeman, police are looking for 4 suspects who were all caught on camera robbing a local marijuana dispensary.
MTN's Cody Boyer picks up that story.
Doesn't matter who it is, really. We don't like thieves. Nobody does.
Broken glass lingers on the sidewalk outside Collective Elevation after a group of 4 hoodie-wearing thieves smashed their way in, one after the other, after the other, after the other.
Kids, pulling evil stuff. You can see by the way they act, everything about it.
Bob Holstein's smoking supply store, The Grateful Shed, is right next door. Holstein says his thoughts on what happened are why he has bars on his door.
We've had our break-ins too, so we know what it's like. We feel for them.
The video starts at around 3:30 in the morning. 4 people who police say are aged between 16 and their mid-20s come in carrying backpacks, bags, and wearing masks.
They're all wearing fairly distinctive clothing, especially take note to the shoes.
At one point, one person grabs the store's cell phone and uses it as a flashlight, swiping jars filled with marijuana and THC-related products. One of them, unmasked, even stops, looking in the direction of one of the dispensary's cameras. The owner says they stole more than $21,000 worth of merchandise.
That would be crippling. It definitely would.
Now, according to the staff, this quartet didn't just come here once, but twice. Taking a look at the surveillance video, they showed up here the first time to use a stool to break through the front door, then ran when alarms went off. But then after police checked it out, they returned. While police say they have leads, they still need your help.
The only thing you can hope for is they can still recover something. Have fun sitting in jail, because it will happen soon.
In Bozeman, Cody Boyer, MTN News.
Now, Cody tells us the store is offering a $1,000 reward for a tip that could lead to a possible conviction.
And Bozeman police say they arrested a transient man after he caused a commotion in the downtown food co-op and then threatened to kill an officer.
According to court documents, Lawrence Guy charged with threats and other charges. Police say Guy trespassed into the co-op from which he was banned in the past and started yelling and swearing with other customers around. When an officer put him in the back of a patrol car, Guy started threatening to use specific handguns against the officer and tried to talk to him out of taking him to jail. According to the prosecutor, Guy has a long criminal history.
He has a pretty extensive criminal history that includes history out of California, Montana, Oregon, Idaho, Nevada, North Dakota, and Minnesota. He has convictions for felony theft, larceny, attempted rape, escape, intimidation of a public servant, so this is not the first time that he had a similar offense.
Guy's bail was set at $5,000.
In other headlines this morning, 2 wolf pups have been killed by a vehicle inside Yellowstone National Park.
Park officials say the 2 members of the Junction Butte Pack were hit on the road between Tower Junction and Lamar Valley. Now, this is an aerial photo taken by the Park Service showing the pack just last year. The 2 wolves who were killed were both black in color. Park biologists say the wolves just got too close to the road because they were used to being around people. In fact, hikers repeatedly violated a closure area around the den where the wolves grew up, making those animals unafraid of humans. Officials say in order to protect the wolves, people need to stay at least 100 yards away.
In other news this morning, a 120-day emergency ban on the sale of flavored vaping and e-cigarette products in Montana went into effect at 1 p.m. yesterday.
Governor Steve Bullock ordered the anti-vaping ban this past October in response to a nationwide increase in serious illnesses related to e-cigarette use. But that ban was challenged by vape shop owners, and a Ravalli County judge issued a temporary restraining order preventing that ban from taking effect. Now, that TRO expired near the end of October, leading the state to notify shop owners that it was moving forward with the ban as of 1 p.m. yesterday. The restrictions prohibit the sale of all flavored e-cigarette products, including flavored nicotine, THC, and CBD products, both in-store and online. Retailers are not required to destroy their existing inventory.
Also, millions of people across the country are affected by student debt.
And many are stuck in loan repayment plans for years. And now people are getting creative and starting up some unique programs.
Yeah, one can start before a student even begins their college career. It's called a gift of college.
And here's how it works. A 529 college savings plan has to be created, and then through Gift of College, anyone, whether it's a friend or family member, can donate to that account.
I love that. People can also make donations to current college students or those who have already graduated.
But since we've extended the platform to include student loans, you now have millions of people, again, 46 million approximately, that have a student loan account. That could be the perfect gift for.
And donations can be made on the website giftofcollege.com, or you can even buy cards on the site.
Yeah, now another program allows students to earn money through volunteer work. It's done through the Shared Harvest Fund program. Founder tells us the concept of this started when they noticed mental health was also tied to financial stability and found out volunteering can be good for your mind.
Our people who are doing the work, the boots on the ground, really getting the support that they need to be mentally well and financially comfortable.
Now you can find out if a nonprofit group is eligible for credit on sharedharvestfund.org. People can receive up to $5,500 stipend for each year of volunteer work.
That's a great program.
That
I
is a
could
great
really
program.
use that right about now. Hey, Mom.
Those bills keep coming in, don't they?
They just do. They never stop.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And neither does our show. When Montana This Morning returns, it's National Regifting Day, which means it's the perfect time for you to do a little recycling this holiday season.
Recycling. Yeah, we've got that, more of today's top headlines, but first, here's what's coming up on CBS This Morning.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, we'll talk with both Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham about the historic impeachment of President Trump and what to expect in the Senate trial. Plus, we run safety tests on some toys sold on Amazon, what parents need to know about the potential dangers. We'll see you at 7.